Maybe it's taking longer because your blessing is bigger. I've uploaded over 1,000 YouTube videos, and I only have 617 subscribers right now. I have posted over 1,000 Instagram reels and TikToks and all that. And I've had a few that's popped off for me, but nothing super consistent except my actions. I'm putting in a lot of consistent action. And I've been seeing results. I'm not ungrateful, but what I will say is that it feels like for how much I'm giving, I'm not really getting the amount that I want. And earlier this morning, I was on a walk and I said to myself, what a blessing it is to be overwhelmed by the life I prayed for. Because I'm currently living in a life I prayed for, in a life that is beyond my wildest imaginations. Even though I'm not seeing the financial success that I would like, even though I'm not currently seeing the notoriety that I would like, even though I'm not up on the TEDx stages on Forbes 30 under 30 yet, what I can say is that maybe it's taking so long because the blessing is so big. When you plant grass, you can get grass the next few days. It's just you plant it and then right here, right now. But it's only this big. But if you plant a giant oak tree that's going to leave a generational impact on the community around it, it's going to take 10 years to get a twig. Then it's going to take 20 years to get a tree. It's decent. Then it's going to take 40 to get a big tree. And then 200 years later, you have this gigantic, mighty tree that is able to provide for everyone and everything around it. And I feel like I'm a tree. I feel like I just have to really keep digging my roots and sprout. And I've already sprouted. Like I've got results, but it feels frustrating when I'm just not where I want to be yet. And I'm doing everything I can think of. Like I'm posting consistently. I'm posting multiple times a day. I'm posting daily videos. I have good thumbnails. I have good descriptions. I have the links in the bio. I'm doing everything I can think of. And it's really frustrating when you're doing everything you can think of and it feels like nothing is working. And in moments like this, what I do is I remind myself of it is working though. It is working. It's just really easy to lose track of it when you allow that frustration to cloud your mind. Because this year I've gone on over 62 podcasts. A few days ago, I did my biggest speech ever. It was 398 people. I've traveled the country. I've got events coming up next year. I have results, but sometimes it gets frustrating when one little thing kind of creeps in there and it makes you lose sight. It makes you forget how far you've come. You know, because I get these emails from like people telling me like, I can help you grow your channel. I can do this. I can do that. Like I'm a YouTube SEO expert. And then they'll have like these screenshots of like my page and stuff and saying like, oh, the video only got one view and blah, blah, blah. Like leave. It's so incredibly like I understand that the people who do this, that's their business. That's how they make income. So I'm not mad at them. Like I'm not if you're one of the people who have emailed me trying to, get me to buy your thing, I'm not mad at you. It's the action that frustrates me. It's that someone can come across me and they're like, "Oh, well, he only got this." And I get really mad at it. Like he only got 600 subscribers. But you forget the fact that that's 617 people who said, I love what this guy is saying so much that I'm going to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to watch a video. I'm going to like something. I'm going to comment. And I might have 30 people watch a video. Not a single like, not a single comment. But in the back of my mind, I remind myself that that's 30 people who I might have just changed their life. I might have said something that got them through it. I might have said something that made them wake up tomorrow wanting to be alive. Like it's really that serious what I do. Because we have to understand that even though you might not be seeing the results right now in whatever it is that you want to do, like maybe you're going to the gym and you've been going for a year and you feel like, man, I haven't made that much progress. You got to remind yourself that last year I was 250. This year I'm 225. I've dropped 25 pounds. Oh no, but I want to be 150 and I'm not there yet, and this and this. But you got to remind yourself, you made progress. Yes, you might not be at the NBA right now, but last year you was on junior team. Now you on the high school team. Next year you on varsity. After that you on D1. Yeah, but I'm not at the NBA though. But you on D1. Look at all the progress you made. Like you remember back when you was 5 years old and you was doing that and you couldn't throw the ball right and you was running up, tripping and stuff, and now you crossing people, you shooting 3 pointers, you going from half court, you passing, you dribbling under your legs, you doing all these tricks. Yeah. Remind yourself how far you've come. Even though right now you might not have the financial success, your page might not be growing as much as you want it to. You might not have the business growth that you're looking for, even though you might not have lost the weight or built the muscle or got the girlfriend or the boyfriend or got the car or the job didn't hire you or the college didn't accept you. Remind yourself that you're moving forward. You're making progress. And progress is really all that we can do. You know, you can't control what the world does, but you can control what you do. And based upon what you do, you increase the chances of getting the desired result. Like, I cannot guarantee anything, but what I can guarantee is that I'm going to show up, I'm going to record this video, I'm going to post this video, I'm going to make my clips, and I'm going to do that. I can guarantee that. But I can't guarantee if this is going to be the video that changes it for me. I can't guarantee if this is going to be the video that just like skyrockets my page. And after all these years, people finally get it. I can't guarantee that. But I can guarantee I'll put in the work. I can guarantee that I'll keep showing up. I can guarantee that I'll stay patient. Even when it's hard to be patient, even when it's hard to fire up this camera and I only got 2, 3 people watching my stuff, and one of them is my mom, and the other one is my laptop when I replay it to make sure that it uploaded correctly. Even when I'm, putting my deepest personal business on the internet, even when I'm trying as hard as possible and it's seeming like I'm not getting the results I want, I have to remind myself that, Lawrence, we can't control the result we get, but we can control what we do. And if we keep doing what we need to do, eventually something's got to work. Eventually, something has to work. And I know that it can be very hard to keep that faith alive. I know it can be very frustrating, and you have to learn to manage that. And I have to remind myself to also manage it because I often get into this like mode where I just want to work, 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 work. Post more videos, send more emails, do more podcasts, do more clips, do more, do more, do more. But sometimes the smartest thing we can do is not necessarily do less, but to give yourself some time to look around and remind yourself of, look at what I've done. I have an office. I have a microphone. I have a webcam. I have a ring light. Last year, I ain't had this. Even started this year, I didn't have this. Look how far I've come. Yeah, the bank account might not be where I want it to be, But look at how far I've come. Look at all the things I've done, all the podcasts I've been on, all the people who recognize me out in public and come up and say, "Man, I love your video." And video only might have had 3 views. That person loved it. All the time when I'm giving speeches and people come up and they want to pray for me and they start crying and giving me hugs and saying, "Man, I just love what you're talking about. I relate. My son, my sister, my this, my that." And they just start telling me about what they've been through and how hearing my story helped them to feel better. And, they go out there and they achieve great things. All the times when I look back on my videos and look back on what I've done, and I'm just like, "Dang, Lawrence, you're actually doing good." You know, all the times when I've proven myself wrong about everything I can be, and I've proven the people who doubted me wrong about everything they said I couldn't be. You have to remind yourself that even in the times when it's hard, you can keep going. Even in the times when you feel like the results aren't there yet, you just gotta keep showing up, because sooner or later something's gotta work. It's like the rose that rose from the concrete. It was a poem by Tupac. I can't remember how it goes, but that image just popped into my head about how you can have the most challenging circumstances and you're looking out at this crack in the concrete and you just see this flower that bloomed in the sidewalk. Even in the darkness, even in the pressure of the concrete, even in the rocks, even in the dirt, it's barely getting water, it's hardly getting any sunlight. Somehow, that little flower was able to bloom. And you're like this flower. And the concrete is all the issues that we face in life. All the people who doubt us and say what we can't be. All the time we doubt ourselves. All the fears and the insecurities. All the time when you got bullied growing up. I'm just talking about myself now. All the times when you were afraid, all the times when people might have disliked you, all the times when people criticized and judged, all the times when things were hard. You're like this rose that, despite the concrete, despite the barriers, despite the obstacles, despite not having the best circumstances, you somehow managed to break through and get through the concrete. And to have a breakthrough, you must also break through. There's this pressure, there's this resistance, there's this obstacle, yet somehow you manage to break through and carve your own path through the concrete. There's a verse in the Bible that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yeah, weapons will be formed against you. Obstacles will come. Challenges will happen, but they won't prosper. They'll hurt. You'll get knocked down, but you'll rise again. The weapon will be formed. The weapon will come against you. The weapon will hurt, but it will not prosper. And in the most hard times of your life, I genuinely tell people like you need to have some sort of religious or spiritual path of some sort. Because in a world full of the devil doing God knows what, if you stay close to God, your life is gonna get better. I'm telling you. Like, I used to be one of those like hardcore atheist type people. Like one of those, if there's not scientific evidence to prove it, I don't believe it. But just look around at your life. You've managed to live this long without anything killing you. And that requires a lot of divine intervention. I've had so many times when I've been on the train or on a bus or walking somewhere, and I just feel like this Holy Spirit just tell me, don't go that way, go the other way, or get off at a different stop. And I'm like, why? Just do it. And then I do it, and turns out that there would have been like a shooting or a car crash right there had I not gone the other place. And You know, as you go through life, there's so many places and opportunities that you'll come across, and you just have to know that you can't take the first thing that comes along necessarily. Like, your blessing is so much bigger than you think. Your blessing is so much bigger than you could ever imagine. Your blessing is so much bigger than people think it is. You know, your blessing is so big that if you could see it, you wouldn't believe it. And I feel like right now God is kind of not not delaying, but preparing me for that. Preparing me to be able to step into that bigger room. Preparing me to be able to manage that. Preparing me to get the apartment in center city that I want. Preparing me to have employees. Preparing me to travel more. Preparing me for these bigger bank accounts. Preparing me for the blessing that God has in store. And it's not that, you know, you have to have faith like it all is in God's hands, but work like it's all in yours. You know, there's a verse that I can't remember, but it's something along the lines of if your works be I'll find it. Okay. I will find that verse when I am like editing this video and I'll add it in. But it's something along the lines that if your works be unto God, they'll prosper. And what it essentially means is that if you do good work, God will reward that. If you keep showing up and you keep doing what's necessary, God's going to reward that in God's timing. You know, lean not on your own understanding, but lean on to the understanding of God. That I don't have it all figured out. I don't know. Why are my videos not getting the views I want? I have no clue. I have good thumbnails, good titles, SEO. My SEO is great. I have keywords, I have hashtags, I have pinned comments. I'm doing everything. I'm posting reels about them. I'm linking the reel back to the main video. I'm posting TikToks. I'm posting YouTube videos. I'm posting LinkedIn. Why is it not working? I don't know. I've had ChatGPT. Why is it not working? I don't know. But God knows, and in due time, God shall reward me. So, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you happen to be a school principal, podcast host, or run a youth focused organization, such as YMCAs, NAMIs, anything of that sort, you can contact me at lawrence@lawrenceharris.com. Have a wonderful, blessed, lovely day. Oh, last thing. If you want to get a coaching call with me, you can find that in the link in the description, as well as my books on Amazon. Have a good one.